What's going on, everybody? What's up? It's your boy Mike, and today is Thirsty Thursday, Throw It Back Thursday, Throat Punch Thursday, all of those things Thursday, and I really hope the microphone is working.
Can you hear me?
It looks like it's working, but the camera itself is now frozen. I cannot catch a break. The brand new camera is frozen, and I'm really getting aggravated right now. So let's try this again. It's still frozen. The audio's good, but the camera itself is frozen. At least it's frozen on my end. And now that camera's frozen. And we're in the black. We're in the lurch. And now I'm back. And it's gone. And now I'm back. I can't win. Uno momento, por favor. The mic is working great, but the camera is not. So once I shut the camera off, it's going to lose audio. So let's try this again. Let's see what happens. Because if not, we're going to go old school and we're going to go right with the iPhone. Like, that's what we're going to do. Now it's back to the Mac audio. Why is this not working? Audio's back from the Mac. We're going to have to do this old school. Give me 1 second. When in doubt, Apple never fails me. So, we're going to do this the way I used to do it. Really don't like doing it this way anymore, but I have no choice because the brand new Pocket 3 is not working. So when in doubt, we're going to go use the iPhone. It wasn't perfectly fine, Jolie. I know what I'm doing. Oh my God, now that's super close. But we're going to have to deal with that because for some reason my camera is not setting up right. Let's just go from the Mac because I'm getting too frustrated. You know how I know it wasn't working on your end? Because the camera itself is showing a blank screen and the gimbal is dead. So this camera wasn't working on your end. Mike doesn't need a tech guy. Mike is a tech guy. Mike just needs DJI to send him a product that absolutely works every single time. But now it's not working. But trust me, we're going to get it to work because I love this little camera. And it's a great camera. The microphone system is awesome. When it works very well. And it still says it's on webcam. And it's not even plugged in. Like, this is how I know it's not working right. Mike needs more than a facial. Mike needs a vacation, Lourdes. It's so disappointing. Everything worked well before I even turned the live, and it frustrates me. It absolutely frustrates me. Anyway, Scott McNeil is first in the chat. He was back this week, coming in clutch with number 1 position. Lourdes, I leave in 9 days. Blame Windows, even though you're on a Mac. So let me hop up to the top of the chat and just roll with it. We're gonna deal with it and just go. Scott McNeil first. Chuck Spencer in the house. Lourdes, Gay all the way from Australia, back from Japan. Still jealous. Dad-betic in the house. Chuck, we already said hey to Chuck. Who else we got? Julie Thomas in the house. Lourdes in the house. We already said Lourdes. Scott, Julie, Chuck. All of y'all. And I know Martin's in here. I seen Martin's comment. And I also seen Dave in the house as well. Hello from San Diego. Disney Wonder bound tomorrow. Man, everyone is hopping on a cruise ship way before I am. I get on in 9 days. I board the Carnival Venezia out of Port Canaveral in 9 days. And I'm super excited. And I really feel like I should, hook up a new microphone system. I'm super disappointed. How can we compete with 7 a.m.? Want to hop in my suitcase. I will take the fall. I had to go to San Diego to catch you. Hey, man, no reason to take the fall. I am A-okay with it. But anyway, I didn't plan on having technical difficulties at the beginning of the show. I planned on having a good conversation and talking about the upcoming travels on board the Carnival Venezia. And I wanted to know what are some things that you wanted to see. I know there's a few of you in the chat that have already been on board the Venezia. And there's a few things that I know for sure that I want to see. So I decided to buy myself a handy dandy notepad for video ideas inside my head because for some reason I always have a bunch of videos inside my head and I never seem to put them to fruition. So I have this notebook. It's empty, but I have a lot of ideas that I want to film for things on board the Venezia, however you want to say it. It's pronounced Venezia. There's no T. It's silent, but it's there. Have never been on Carnival, period. I know you're loyal to Royal. You're in 9 days. We aren't until May 11th. That's a long ways away still. But when I get back from that one, I leave shortly after to head to Galveston, Texas to board the Jubilee. So I can't complain with that. Databetic says, I think Chuck's message was first thing this morning. It was Scott. I didn't put the live out until later on this evening. So Scott was the first one that came in clutch. Robin in the house. I really want this pocket to work. And it's frustrating me. I haven't been on a Carnival ship as such either, but have been under their umbrellas. Yeah, so you've been on P&O, Princess, so all the other sister lines. I was thinking like, oh, you'll be on Carnival next year, but we're on the Princess, the Star Princess next year. Scott is booked on the Alaska group cruise. I want to see the gondola and the MDR. So that's definitely something that I'm going to see. I talked to Cameron, who was on board the Venezia, and he told me that I can go down and talk to the maitre d'. And then the maitre d' would help get me seated next to the gondola for dinner. And Chuck, I'm not even going to read your comment, bro, because I've literally powered it off so many times. And it's not even hooked up to the cable, and it's still saying webcam. Like that, it's the most frustrating thing for me because it's not even hooked up as a webcam, and it's still saying webcam. It's just so dumb. But I'll admit the issue with the screen is fixed. So that's working. But now I'm having an issue with using it as a webcam. The gondola is best viewed from above. I thought it's a beautiful dining room. Yeah, and I'm really stoked because that's the dining room for Your Time Dining, right? So they picked the best dining room for the Hub app check-ins, in my opinion. So you're going to sing that casino song in 9 days. Please take a video for me. Yeah, I think I'm going to. I've been playing a lot of slot. What is it? What's the name of the website? Slot Mania. So that there's this website you can go to. It's called Slot Mania, and I've been playing that. And I've been telling myself, like, all right, if I do good, then that means I'm going to do good on the casino on board the ship. But we know that's not how that works. Yeah. Just so everyone knows, I was there when he got it brand new the other day. Shouldn't be having it. And that is the frustrating part. Like, I'll give you a little rundown story. So this camera came out a few years ago. It was an awesome camera. I picked it up brand new. And then all of a sudden, the screen, like this part, which you can film vertical or horizontal, so I use it both for long form and short form videos. You can flip it either way. And that automatically turns the camera on. And if you flip it this way, it puts it back to 3K for long form, but it's shutting it off right now. So I don't know why the camera itself is glitching and it's no longer saying webcam. So hopefully it will work. Now, if I try to plug it in and it doesn't work, I think I might throw it at the wall because this is a $600 camera. Like, this isn't a cheap little handheld camera. And in order for me to get a new one, I had to pay $290. I had to ship it out. They gave me a new one. So it's frustrating. So is Japan 2027 really a possibility, because we may or may not have sold our friends ongoing? So Japan 2027 is a very, very high possibility. I'm waiting for some itineraries to be released. And once I get those itineraries released, I'll know a little bit more on what I want to do. I don't want to just go and do any cruise around Japan. I think I want to fly into Japan, do a 14-day, and then fly back from Japan. So it's absolutely a possibility. Tell us about the upcoming cruise, please. Gay's tired of hearing about the camera technical difficulties. So the upcoming cruise is on board the Carnival Venezia. It's 7 days out of Port Canaveral. And it's one of the very last cruises before the ship heads back up to New York City to start doing sailings from New York. I didn't want to get on that ship as much as I do now until I went to Port Canaveral and started doing some ship spotting. So once I did that ship spotting over there and I started getting more and more excited, I decided that, okay, it was time to book the ship, and that's exactly what I did. Chucky's going on that one as well. And yeah, you know, it's pretty basic. It's going to St. Thomas, Puerto Plata, and I want to say Amber Cove. So we got Amber Cove, which is Puerto Plata, San Juan, Puerto Rico, St. Thomas, and then 2 sea days, and then back in Port Canaveral for drywall repair patch after Mike throws the camera at it. So I appreciate that, Dababetic, very much.
Awesome! Thank you very much.
I don't plan on throwing the camera at the wall and popping a hole into it. It's just frustrating. It's the dumb things that tend to get under my skin the most. And it's something as simple as a camera. It really is frustrating. But other than that, I'm not going to dwell on that. I just hate that my other mic system is so far away, and I can't give y'all better sounding audio than the Mac right now. How's the audio sound by itself? My cruise on the Venezia next year is a 14-day elite offer. So this cruise isn't an elite offer, but it's like a game time offer. So they're actually paying me to be on board the ship. So we finally were able to book a offer through Carnival that paid me to be on the ship. And it's been at least 2 years since Carnival has paid me to be on a ship. The last one I was on, I was over $1,000 in free play. Everything I've booked since then has been $200, maybe $300 at the most. This one gives me $500 in free play. It gives me $200 in onboard credit, free drinks throughout the whole ship. So I'll take that one because the cost was not that expensive. We're talking less than $700 for a 7-day cruise. So under $100 a day. Can't really argue with that. And I have water in the cup. I should have put some type of alcoholic beverage in there if I knew I was going to have this many issues with technology today. Scout sounds good through the Mac mic. All right, cool, that works. Pay you to be on the ship, free play. Yep, absolutely. And they're my favorite offers, right? Like, if I can get the same amount of money I put out in free play or onboard credit, then to me, you're paying me to be on the ship. So I got to agree with that one. I saw a question somewhere about casino free play. Can you use it at the tables? Absolutely. So the way it works is depending on the ship, right? So some of the older ships, if you go up to the cage, they'll give you cash for the slot machines or even the tables. The newer ships, like your Jubilee, your XL class, or even some of your Spirit class and all that stuff, you have what they give is loaded free play to the card. And then you can just go up to the cage and tell them, hey, I want to be able to get chips. Or if the pit boss is in the area, you can go to the table and then they'll give you what is called non-cashable chips. So until you turn those non-cashable chips into actual cash, you're just still playing on house money. Which port are you looking forward to the most? Amber Cove, because I'm going to stay on the ship while everybody's off the ship. Listen, it's really tough, right? Like, I saw this question out in one of the Carnival groups earlier. If there was one port you could go to for the rest of your life over and over again, what port would that be? And a long time ago, I would tell you anywhere in the Caribbean was fine with me. But now, I was sitting here thinking about it, and I'm like, all right, definitely would be somewhere in Europe, and it's 99% most likely going to be Greece. Now, I don't think that the ports I'm going to are bad ports. The only dilemma that I am thinking I'm having right now with these ports is, especially St. Thomas, I'm going to be there 4 times this year. And over the next few months, it's very like in your face prominent, right? So the next couple cruises I'm on, majority of it is going to be St. Thomas. So I enjoy St. Thomas. I enjoy Amber Cove. Amber Cove's a great little port if you don't want to spend a lot of money and you don't want to be off the ship for a long period of time. It's one of those ports that you can just go, walk around, take a swim in the free pool, and just enjoy a little bit of time off the ship and get back on. Or you can go and do an excursion. Me, I really don't like doing excursions in Amber Cove. I had a horrible experience with an excursion there, and I know you really shouldn't base it all on one excursion, but after that excursion, I was like, yeah, I'm just going to stay on the ship when I'm here. And ever since then, that's pretty much what I do. I hang out on the ship and enjoy it, and it's great because everyone gets off the ship to go use the free pool in port when the ship has plenty of pools on board. I don't understand why people don't just hang on the ship more. But who am I to take up all my free space? Just go, get off the ship, enjoy yourself, and I'm cool with that. But St. Thomas is definitely one of those islands that I'm hitting a lot this year. And so if I had to pick one off that itinerary, Amber Cove, because the ship will be less packed. But San Juan, Puerto Rico, because that's where the blood comes from, right? So anytime I get to go back to Puerto Rico, I definitely would take that up. You said your itinerary is basic. We're going to St. Thomas and St. Martin for our honeymoon. Boo. I mean, listen, you're probably not going to leave the cabin, man. So you really ain't got to worry about that too much. Scott is in the house. What's going on, Controversial Cruising? The non-cashable chips, can you cover the entire roulette table? 38 bets, $10 number. You can bet whatever you want on that table. They don't care what bet you make. As long as you take those cashable chips and turn them non-cashable chips and turn them into cashable chips, they don't care what you do with those chips, how you place that bet. They don't really care. As long as you're playing it the way you want to play it, man, that's all there is to it. What do you think about Bermuda? I'm stoked about Bermuda. I'll be honest with you, especially the overnighting part. I think that's pretty awesome. I had an idea of like getting off the ship and getting a hotel, and then I'm like, why would you do that? You have a room on board the ship. But Scotty told me that you can get off the ship and go into town any time of the night when you want. Excuse me. So I'm definitely looking forward to being in Bermuda overnight. And I'm looking forward to sailing out of Philly, man. Like going back home to where I was born and raised and taking a cruise ship down that Delaware River. That's a little fascinating, man, because when I started cruising as a kid, we didn't do anything like that out of Philly. So I'm definitely stoked on that itinerary. It'll be the first time I go to Charleston, South Carolina, too, from any form of transportation or travel. But yeah, that's definitely a cruise I'm looking forward to. The Venezia pool is nice because it has stairs in addition to ladders. That's good. Stairs are always a plus, especially when a few cervezas are flowing through the blood. But there's a couple things that I have booked. So the next one is the Venezia, and then I have the Jubilee. But I also I haven't made the announcement yet. I want to hold on to the announcement, but I think I should tell y'all. Do you want to know the announcement? Do y'all want to know the crazy announcement? I will give you the crazy announcement only if we get up to 20 likes. There's 20 of y'all in here watching and only 7 likes. So if y'all get this up to 20, I will tell you the other announcement on what else I added to the itinerary. And it might surprise you, because it surprised me. I was not 100% on board with it at first, but after I thought about it, I was like, yeah, why not? Why not? So I'm gonna make y'all wait. Just hang around. Why not? Charleston is great. I'm a big barbecue guy, right? So for any of y'all that have been to Charleston and y'all have that like number one spot where all the locals go around that cruise port area, definitely shoot me a DM so I can go get me some big fat juicy barbecue, because that is one thing I'm stoked the most about anytime I go somewhere new is the food. Like I really enjoy immersing myself in the local culture and trying local cuisines and all that stuff. So definitely enjoy some good barbecue. What else are we doing? I don't know, Chuck. I didn't even tell you about this one, man. I didn't tell nobody. I don't think I told anybody yet about this one. But it's definitely one I gotta jump on. Like, after seeing some things, I'm like, yeah. Write a secret word in your notebook and tell us only if one of us uses the word in the chat. I wish that would have came first, because now I feel bad if we get to 20 and I don't tell y'all, then I'm going to be a clickbait and liar. So I'll tell y'all at 20 likes. We're almost there. So we'll get some new news. And I'm really excited about this news. Definitely excited about this news. Lewis's barbecue is pretty good. All right, so that's one place I'm going to have to check out. Dave, what are you excited the most about, man, with that cruise to Bermuda? For those of you who don't know, the cruise we're talking about is the NCL. I've been given the wrong ship names lately. Let me pull it up. The Norwegian Jewel out of Philadelphia. It's got a sea day. It overnights in Bermuda, another sea day, Charleston, South Carolina, a sea day, and then back to Philadelphia. That is the very first cruise on that ship out of Philadelphia. So once NCL announced Philadelphia was going to be a new home port, doing those cruises, that's a group cruise, man. That's a La Lita Loca group cruise. Dave's booked on that and invited me to go with him, which is awesome. So I'm going to go up to Philadelphia, sail out of Philadelphia, learning from the master, a.k.a. Mike. You spelled Tony wrong. It's a capital Tony. Yeah, and I'm stoked about that, man, because, like, again, I get to go back home, right? So I'm definitely going to go up a few days before. In-laws and family still live up in Jersey, so I'm going to spend some time with in-laws, spend some time with family, see my nieces and nephews and all of that stuff. And then I'm going to show some people around Philly. I've already had some people reach out like, hey, man, you want to show us around? I'm like, sure, I'll show you around. I'll keep you out of those tourist trap cheesesteaks places like Tony's and Tony Luke's and Geno's and all that fake crap. I'll actually show you around the city and get you some good pizza and some good cheesesteaks, a real hoagie, none of these subs or grinders or heroes, whatever you want to call them. So that's definitely going to be an awesome trip, man. I'm looking forward to that. Sad that we had to miss the Jewel, but glad you get to go. Stay out of trouble. Laura, I promise I will stay out of trouble. What Dave does, I'll be like, hey, listen, man. Remember, Laura said stay out of trouble, and I don't want to get in trouble because I'm going to see y'all in July. Just remember, she said stay out of trouble. I'm going on that one too. So I'll get to see Julie on that one as well. I thought about that cruise, but Philly ain't New York City. Philly ain't New York City. Philly's better than New York City, bro. Let me let you a little secret. New York City is the city that never sleeps. Philly, that's the city of brotherly love. We love everybody, except for the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants, the Yankees, the Boston Red Sox. There's a bunch of them we don't like, but we the city of brotherly love, bro. Gonna pregame Bermuda on the Gateway in August. That'll be an awesome trip, man. That'll be an awesome trip. I would have liked to do that group cruise, but we're already doing a long Asia cruise in November this year, so we can't really justify the expense in October. I completely get it. Only because of my Yankees. I knew that was coming. Cubbies. Yeah, I mean, listen, Dave, I'm all on board. Go Cubs, right? Like, I'm not gonna bash the guy who's bringing me on this ship about your team. But listen, I'm a diehard Phillies fan, man. The last couple days I've been yelling at the TV. They've done me pretty dirty. But you know, it is what it is. And Gay, that cruise, that's in April. That's not in October. That cruise is in April. I knew that was coming. Yeah. The Yankees. They're about as good as a New York soft pretzel. And if you've ever had one of those, you know they're trash. So, Philly all day, baby. But so the next adventure coming up is the Venezia. That'll be the next adventure. The notebook is getting full of ideas up here, but pen to paper, it has not happened yet. You know, and just trying to get things going, man. Trying to figure out new things. I created a new short that's going to get posted tomorrow. I'm working on another long form video, and I'm debating on whether or not I shouldn't say it. I'm debating on whether or not I go live next week, but I'm probably going to go live on Thursday either way. And then, of course, you know, you'll get that pop-up live on Sunday for the Salloway. You'll see me and Chucky right there on the Lido deck. I was going to go, but life, I had to cancel. It happens, Chris. It happens. It happens. You know, what are you going to do? Anyway, we ain't at that magic number of 20 yet, but I'm really itching to tell y'all what the news is. So how about I do this? How about I make y'all watch a commercial that Martin loves so much, and then when we come back from the commercial break, we'll talk about what I did. And believe it or not, I like it. I like what I did a lot. What do you mean a new one? That's the same commercial I've been running for the last, 2 months. But listen, let's talk about that real quick, right? Because that's a big topic over the next 48 hours. Princess is running an epic $1 deposit deal right now for anyone that wants to book a cruise. So for $1, you can lock in the Alaska State of Mind group cruise, Haley. It's only $1. It's refundable, Haley. So it would cost you $2 to book the Alaska State of Mind group cruise, Haley. Martin, was that enough hints? You can put the $20 in the mailbox, and I'll book it for you with that $20, and I'll keep $18 in my pocket. It's that simple. $2 deposit gets you locked in for the Alaska State of Mind group cruise. And I'm sorry for all of y'all that had to pay more deposits. If I knew Princess was going to do an epic deal, I'd have told y'all to hold off. But they don't tell us when they do these epic deals. So, speaking of epic, let's talk about what I did. I got a piece of mail in the mail the other day, obviously. And it was from a cruise line that I have gambled at and I have won at in their casino. And I did okay. I did relatively good moving up the ranks. I've only sailed on this cruise line once, and it was a few years ago. And a few of you were with me on that cruise, my very first time on board that cruise line. And it was a lot of your first times on board that cruise line as well. One of you in this chat, Scott, you have cruised this cruise line multiple times. I actually think you might have cruised this cruise line more until you met me, and then I started bringing you on Carnival with me. The cruise line I'm talking about is Norwegian, and the trigger I pulled is the NCL Aqua. I am officially booked July 5th on board the NCL Aqua on an epic casino offer. So July 5th, I head out Port Canaveral on board the Aqua in a club balcony suite, mind you. I got a sea day, then I'm in Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic, St. Thomas, which is why I said I'm at St. Thomas again. We are also hitting Tortola at sea and then going to Great Stirrup Cay. So I will be boarding the brand new Aqua, bringing you all of that amazing content from such an epic looking ship. And it was a toss up between the MSC World America and the NCL Aqua. And I had to pull the trigger on the Aqua. It was just too good to pass up. I couldn't turn the other cheek, so to speak. I had to do it. MSC, for what I was looking at with MSC, was well over like a $3,000 price range. And I'm like, man, do I really want to spend that type of coin to get on board a new ship when every new ship I'm getting on this year has been an epic offer? I had to pull the trigger with NCL. So that's July 5th. And I'm really looking forward to that. So now, when you add that to the list, that is 1, 2, 3 brand new cruise ships that come out in 2025 that I am getting on board. The first one being the NCL Aqua, the second one being the Star of the Seas, the largest, soon to be largest cruise ship floating around the oceans, and the brand new Star Princess in October. So I would love to fit MSC in there somewhere and get a 4-pack, but I am okay hitting the trifecta. 3 brand new ships in 2025, and I'm really excited to see what this ship is all about. And I really hope that I can get on board the MSC World America, because I'm a little jealous that I didn't keep that cruise. And, some of the friends that I got on board right now are making me jealous with the content they're posting. But it's a little sad that I'm not there. But I'll keep trying for it. Is your Star of the Seas August 31st? Also, check the price. They had lowered the price. No, unfortunately, I'm not on August 31st. I'm on September 7th. My boss is going on the Aqua. NCL Aqua, here comes Mike. Yeah, and I'm super stoked, man. I'm super stoked. The offer for Aqua is there. MSC will be there. And MSC used to send me offers, because I used to sell MSC all the time, little 3 days on the Meraviglia. But the offers just stopped. Like, I literally get nothing. So it is what it is. I'd have to disagree, Martin. I don't think it just looks okay. I think it looks pretty epic. I think they could have did a little bit more on the aft end of the ship. But MSC, I believe, took what I would say is squirrels and sent them out on all cruise lines. And they said, okay, Royal's doing this, Carnival's doing this, Princess is doing that, Norwegian's doing that. And they took all different ideas and they put it all together and they came out with the World America. I think it's an awesome ship. I think they did a great job. And it's just, what's next? Yeah, I really can't beat the offer I got for the Star, Dave. I'm in a neighborhood balcony, and I think it was like $300 and some total for the cruise. So it really wasn't bad. Let me see here. Booking confirmation. JetBlue, Carnival, Royal Caribbean. So the total cost for that Royal Caribbean cruise was $305.14. So for $305, 2 people to be on board the Star of the Seas, I mean that's a killer deal. It looks like Royal Quantum class royal ship. I mean, I will sail them. I'll get a friend to book it for me, not named Mike. Hey, that's fine, man. You can go there. You can have somebody else book you. That's all good. That's fine. No worries. I still love you. I might not answer your text messages, but I still love you. I see Anthony asking about the Alaska group cruise. So July 12th to the 19th on board the Star Princess 2026 round trip out of Seattle. Now, I still am waiting for Princess to get back to me about these excursions. I should hear something by Monday. I put another call in yesterday, and they're still working on a few things because we're not the only one getting a group, should I say? We're not the only ones with a group that time, but we are the one with the largest group at the moment. So eat that, other group. We're better. I said it in your face. Dairy priced and $2,500 less. That's crazy. Anywhere to get a cheesesteak on a Carnival ship. Carnival does have a cheesesteak, but I don't condone getting it as much as I would somewhere else. Carnival is just like every other state other than Pennsylvania and Philadelphia. Philadelphia, we do not put peppers on our cheesesteaks. That's not what we do. And for some reason, everyone wants peppers on their cheesesteaks, and they call it a Philly cheesesteak. It's not a Philly cheesesteak. A Philly cheesesteak is very simple. It's shaved ribeye, it's cheese whiz or American cheese, and it's onions if you're an onion person. The best way to order it is my favorite way. It's a whiz wit. WHIZWIT. It's a whiz wit, and that's whiz cheese with onions. Or you can get a whiz without, which is without the onions. You can get just a cheesesteak with fried onions and American cheese, provolone cheese. We really don't hit you with the cheese. And cheesesteak places in Philly will put peppers on it. They'll put mushrooms on it. But if you want an original Philly, it's whiz wit. That's the way we do it. It's kind of similar to an Italian beef, Dave. Don't. Let's not do it. Let's not go down that road, man. We're buddies. We're friends. Let's not go down that road and call a cheesesteak an Italian beef. Italian beef is cooked a completely different way. But it's very similar. I'll agree. It is very similar. But Carnival Deli has a cheesesteak. Now, the thing that's closer to the Italian beef that we have in Philadelphia is the roast pork. Now, if you get a roast pork, that's similar. That's cooked pretty close to the same. Now, that's really good. I haven't had one of those in a long time. And if you're in Philadelphia and you want a really good roast pork sandwich, go to the Nick's in the Reading Terminal Market. Tell them Big Mike sent you, and you want extra sharp provolone on that bad boy because that's going to have such a bite to it with that broccoli rabe. Ooh, boy, listen, I've been on a diet for the last week and a half. I've been going to the gym every day before I go to work. I've been eating healthy. I haven't had soda. I did, however, eat pizza and soda on Sunday because of a bad influence that decided to drive down from Albany, Georgia, and he wanted pizza for lunch. So I did eat a slice of pizza, and I drank a half a bottle of soda, and I ended up finishing that bottle of soda later on. And that was it, right? So that's all I had. Cheesesteak was invented 100 years ago. Before the Whiz, White American is the original. Yeah, so, White American might be the original, right? But you're not finding that a lot more in Philly. Yep, that's me. That's Chuck. And me personally, I don't go to those places in Philly that you see other people go to, like Pat's or Geno's or Jim's. Now, out of all of them, I would hit Pat's if I had a quick minute and I wasn't in the city for long. But I go to places like John's or Martin's Deli. I go to the authentic places that really don't clean the grill as good as they should. But I was born and raised in Kensington, right? Like I was born and raised in the city of Philadelphia. That's where I grew up. That's where most of my life was spent. So food from back home is a big thing for me, and I really try to hit those places that I grew up eating, and that's the local spot, right? That's not that tourist trap spot. So the local spot is the way to go. And if you're ever in like I don't know why anybody would ever be there, right? Unless you have family, but like ever in like the Port Richmond area, there's a pub up there that does a Philly cheesesteak, but they do it with Polish kielbasa. It's in the Polish neighborhood. And that's, they call it a Wizwitowski. Want real cheesesteak, go to South Jersey. Man, if you're talking about donkeys is all right, but it's not a real cheesesteak. Donkeys is all right, but that ain't... You need to come hang out with me in Philly a little bit, Chris. Because I can tell you right now, I moved from Philly to South Jersey, and them cheesesteaks were nowhere near as good as the ones in Philly. Look at that. We got people joining the Facebook group. Let's approve. Kiki, you're approved, Kiki. Yeah, so there's this place in Jersey, man. They make a pretty decent cheesesteak. It comes out on a Kaiser roll, and it's probably one of the best you can probably find in South Jersey. It's called Donkey's. And other than that, man, you're really not going to find like a super good cheesesteak. Now, I will give you credit. Like Jersey makes a good sub, like a good hoagie sub or whatever they call it over there. I grew up calling it a hoagie. So they make some really good hoagies in Jersey. But it's all about the bread, man. Like that's a big thing, man. It's all about the bread. I'm looking forward to some Alaskan salmon, but I know Mike is not. No, Mike 100% is not looking forward to salmon. Unless it's in like a fish dip and you can't really taste the salmon, I'll try it. I did the last time I was there and it wasn't bad, but I'm definitely not looking forward to no salmon. King crab legs, I'll eat all day. Crab legs, I'll eat all day. Shrimp, all that stuff. 500 different types of fish, I'll eat all day. But I am not gonna eat no salmon. Chris, what place in South Jersey are you talking about? Yeah, Laura, I'll send you an invite. I think I sent it to Dave as well. Let me see. Yeah, so Dave was added over a week ago. I don't know if he accepted it yet or not. He doesn't share. Do me a favor. Shoot me an Dave, do you want to just make it simple? Can you just go in to the group and invite Laura? If Dave doesn't do it, Laura, send me a message on Facebook with your email, or just shoot me a friend request, and that'll be the easiest way. And then I'll invite you that way. Jersey Mikes. No way, bro. There are several, but not donkeys. I don't know, man. I don't know. Jersey Mike's, that place. I'll give you a story, right? A long time ago, I was driving down to Florida to visit family, and I can't remember where it was. I was out of like Virginia, North Carolina. They cut the roll in half. And I was like, what are you doing? And they're like, oh, that's how they make it in Jersey. I'm like, yeah, no, bro. We don't cut the roll in half. We hinge our rolls. Yeah, they cut it in half, and I never I never went back to Jersey Mike's after that. Now, when I moved to Florida, I used to go to Jersey Mike's to get the veggie wrapped, the Unwich. Doing Mediterranean from Barcelona in Athens on the Sun Princess. You just had to say it, Lourdes. You had to say it. I really can't wait to get back to Europe, and I'm so disappointed I have to wait until October. That's so sad that I have to wait until October. But ending in Athens, that's a whole nother thing, man. Like, that would be... I don't think I would ever get to the airport to fly home. PLAC. Mike all jelly but going on 40 cruises until July of 26. I don't think I have 40 cruises until July. It's 9, but it could well get up to 40. I mean, listen, if this YouTube thing takes off, right, the way I hope it does, I would like to book 40 cruises a month. I mean, there's only 30 days, but I would book 47-day cruises a month if I could. I have to work or else I would have more than 5. Oh, I have to work too. I mean, the whole reason this one next week works is because I'm still standing on the picket line, right? Like, it's easier when you don't have to go, hey, can I get this week off? Because you just don't show up for the week at the picket line. You just let a couple guys know you don't show up, and that's that. Like, we got this one guy, man. He is leaving tomorrow. He's doing 3 weeks in Japan. So he leaves tomorrow, flies out to California, and then flies out on Saturday from California to Tokyo, and then spends like 19 days over in Japan before he flies home. And he's got like this whole itinerary planned out. He's doing a land vacation. He's not getting on a ship or anything like that. He's been listening to Shogun and all of that stuff every day on the picket line so he can like get his Japanese up and all of that stuff. And it's crazy. It's definitely one of those things that I wish I could just do. Mike, you're famous, by the way. People on the cruise we were on in Japan had heard of the Nauti Cruiser. Really? That's what's up. I appreciate that. Damn autocorrect. That's what's up, man. I like when I meet people who are like, hey, I know you. That's like when I met Dave and Laura for the first time. Like, that was cool because that was like the first time. That was really like the first time like people just walked up to you and were like, hey, I know who you are. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. The Nora Cruise is an animal version of Mike. Hey, listen, as long as it's a sexy beast, that's all that matters, right, Martin? That's all that matters. But yeah, it's cool when you meet people, man. That's one of the humbling things about it. It's like, I'm still human. I'm still like everybody else. Come up, talk to me, have a conversation. I'll sit there for hours. We can talk for hours. And that's why I'm really stoked about this group cruise to Alaska, because it'll be the first time I get to meet a lot of you. And as much as we have talked online or have chit-chatted during a live show, it's definitely going to be a humbling feeling when I get to see everybody there, because it's not me that brought everybody there, right? Like, it's the cruising community. It's the conversations with everybody else through the chats or on the Facebook page. It's everyone laughing, joking, having a good time. And everyone just coming together just to spend some time with everybody is awesome. So I'm pretty sure I'll probably tear up on that cruise a little bit, because that's the real big first ever group cruise, right? Like, I've done the Boats and Bros, and that's with all you ugly mugs in the chat, like Chuck, Scott, Cameron, like all my boys, right? And Julie was the first female to ever attend a Boats and Bros cruise. That was pretty awesome. So it'll be an awesome experience because it's the first time we're all going to get together. I got famous for koi koi, for the koi koi call on the Spirit. Lourdes, I'm sure you had that casino going crazy. Absolutely crazy. Y'all, well, I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me on this Thursday night, especially with all the technical difficulties. But when I get off here, I'm going to try and figure out this issue with my camera, and I'm not going to bed until I get it figured out. I'm a little disappointed. Brand new camera took a on me right away. But it did me dirty. It did me dirty. I will do the Lourdes song of Koi Koi when I get on the Beyond and the Freedom. Hey, Martin. You only do the Koi Koi call if they have the Koi Koi machine. Coin Trio. That's the game you're looking for. Coin Trio. Tigers. Koi fish. And then, what's the other animal? I don't know what the other animal is. I don't know. Tigers. Koi fish. Oh, what's the other animal? Green, red, and blue. Koi Koi's blue. That's the one you want to get. Koi Koi is blue. But it's a tiger. It's a fish. It's probably a bird. Whatever it is. But we're going to end that here, y'all. I appreciate y'all for hanging out. Like everyone else, a dragon. There you go. And that's the red one. Should have known. I appreciate y'all for hanging out. If you celebrate Passover, happy Passover. Easter, happy Easter. Whatever it may be. Let's not forget the reason for the season. He has risen. I appreciate each and every one of you. I will see y'all next week. Same bad channel, same bad place, without technical difficulties. Until then, you know what to do. Y'all stay naughty. Oh, peace.